Today we're going to be rebuilding what kind of a generator?
Well, it's a WWII, I think.
And what's it off of?
460 International farm. Well, it's not a farm haul. It's that little utility type tractor.
What's the difference between a generator and an alternator?
A generator will produce its own electricity. Alternator has to have a hot wire going to the battery side to energize the fields.
So if you have a engine that runs with a generator, can you unhook the battery while it's running and do without a battery, or does it have to have a battery for it to spark?
If the battery is good, well, you can run it a while without a generator working.
Well, what I meant was, if you took the battery out while the engine was started, would it run without a battery and produce enough spark from the generator?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Wouldn't run very good.
Okay, so what are your parts here?
Well, we got the armature, and of course, we got the fan and the pulley, and we got a bearing right down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty critical. And on this end, we got the commutator and the armature shaft that goes right in there, and that's pretty critical. The only thing more or less really matters is this bushing and this bearing, because if they're bad, this armature will ride on the fields, and your generator's pretty well shot by then.
And this is the housing that it goes in, and
yeah.
What are the parts of it?
Well, we got the brushes that picks up the electricity, and we got the fields. They're magnetized.
What are they made out of?
Well, they're just copper wire windings.
Okay.
There ain't much magnetism in them, but they're magnetized, north and the south. Of course, we got the brushes that rides on this commutator here that picks up the electricity. Now, we're not going to disassemble this all the way because this bearing is good. It ain't got no slop in it.
Where do you get bearings and things like that if you need them?
O'Reilly would have them.
Or do they have them for most anything?
Yeah.
You just take the size of your bearing in there and they would look at it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
To get this bushing out, most end plates has got a expansion plug right here that you can just push this bushing out and put a new one in, but this one don't have an expansion plug. So you'll have to get the little what do I want to call it? Hacksaw?
Okay.
My little hacksaw. You go in there and saw groove in it,
pieces, and
groove in it, and it'll just flop right out of there, and you press a new one in. And when you do that, see, there's where you oil it.
It's got a place to oil it on the back.
Yeah, right.
How often are you supposed to oil these things?
Oh, once or twice a week if you're using a tractor every day. Be sure that bushing will have a hole in it, and be sure it lines up with the hole or it'll get the oil. Can't hardly see it, but it's there.
I see. So the oil can get all the way down in here onto this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, see, it's
the modern stuff probably don't have to be oiled. It's probably got a bearing in it.
It's a little loose, but not that much. See. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to chuck this up in your drill press, and we're going to take this coarse sandpaper, and we're going to do it like this while that's a turning. And we're going to shine these up.
Okay.
That's supposed to be shiny. See, it's all rusted and everything. It's not going to pick up too much. Then we're going to take this And we're going to, it's pretty rough.
What are you, just taking the grit off of it?
Yeah, because we want to leave that smooth. We don't want to leave no scratches on that thing. It's
Okay.
got to be smooth, so these brushes will make full contact.
Now, do you do anything to the brushes? Okay,
Not unless they're wore out, and them's good brushes.
okay. And
They're almost, I'd say, close to being the full length of a new one. I have taken apart, and the brushes was wore down to right there.
Teachers, just to let you know, I have contacted Lumens, and they're supposed to let me know as soon as they figure out what the problem is.
So,
Thanks.
this sandpaper is pretty rough, so we're gonna smooth it down a little bit, so it won't rough that thing up so bad. Okay, let's go clean it up. Then we'll test it.